You can be Young Keloid. I'm gonna be I need a name.
What is your rap name? If you had a rap name, what you gonna?
My alias I've used for everything is Domino Jackson. But
Domino Jackson.
Yeah, but I gotta find like a real like second rap name.
Second, you know, rappers don't usually have second rap names.
No, you know, like people got like there's Jay-Z and he's Young Hov, and you know there's how many different names. You know, there's Kanye, and then there's Ye, and there's Yeezy, and you know what I mean. These cats be having mad names.
I think a lot of rap names could also be stripper names.
I don't think you want Young Yeezy. I would think of yeast, and I don't want that.
Yeah, I mean, like Young Keloid, still kind of. Nope. Yeah, I don't think so. If you think about rapper names, they still sound like stripper names.
Wait, do people know you can rap? People don't know you can rap. You got a bar memorized? Get the people something.
Yeah.
Give them something.
So we can go off the top?
Yeah. Well, not the top.
Because we're not doing it off the top. Yeah. I can rap.
Yeah, Dion can rap. Give us something. Dion does this. You stop doing it every week, which I need you to get back to.
I need to do it every week again. So off the one I think of right now.
You be killing, bro.
Hey, let's go. Get the bear fare. I said bear fare, bus fare. And let's go. So I'm spitting solar eclipse. I got you seeing this fire. I'm feeling like Cinco de Mayo, but I'm secretly vile. Let's get acquainted. How you doing? Let me read off my bio. I live in Los Angeles, born and raised in Dayton, Ohio. It's Dion with an I. Hi, where's the Wi-Fi? Rom-com is written and I publish a sci-fi. Revolutionary, breaking these rules with my broken fingers. My biggest problem is finishing that.
Nice.
I wish my flesh wasn't lazy. I would be owning these clubs. Now I'm stuck at this crossroads, crazy busy bone thugs. Diabolical, sick and sinister. My mama still love me. I have a habit of throwing babies and punting these puppies. I'm spitting Ryu and Ken with that Zaza that you get. Didn't I eat your belly button? What? Yeah, that was stupid. Now, let's go back, because I can't really leave these lyrics alone, because that was a double entendre with the 5 members of Bone.
Oh, I know. Man, hey! Jesus. He's so dope.
Hey, man. Thank you, brother. I need an album. I need to write something. I need to actually enjoy it. But you know my problem is the fact that I'm getting close to 40.
Well, and here's the thing, though. First off, you're better than so many people because, for one, you're clever as shit. Two, and we understand that because people be like, we do that club shit, blah blah blah, right? But I be watching these cats on like Sway and shit. I'm like, man, these cats, they don't be that dope, bro. Yeah. They just be like, I'm so high intensity. You be like, right. They're not clever. Like you enjoy being funny, you enjoy the rhyme patterns, the schemes that play off the words. I'm like,
I think out of everything I wrote, that Bone line is my favorite.
That's incredible.
I wish my flesh wasn't lazy.
Come on, man.
I would be owning these clubs, as in like comedy clubs.
Right.
Now I'm stuck at this crossroads, crazy busy. Bone Thugs.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites right there.
No, that's great. And then the come back to it at the end.
I can't keep going. I gotta let y'all know.
I had to let y'all know what I just did. You remind me of early Lupe Fiasco.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you ever listen to Lupe's mixtapes in like 2006, he had a rhyme with that. It was 1st and 15th. He did A Rhyming Ape. Revenge of the Nerds. Like his mixtapes were. Revenge of the Nerds. His mixtape was so crazy and clever. Yeah. You ever heard him?
No.
I gotta.
I've only been a Lupe single guy.
Nah, the singles are good, but they're. I'm not gonna say they're some of his worst stuff, but it was just nowhere in comparison. Well, no, because when you look at like Kick Push, it's super cool, right? But Lupe's first 2 albums, incredible. But his first 3 mixtapes. But I was like, nah, dog, there's nobody who's this clever. Who's like, I love Redman, I love Biggie, I love a lot of these cats who are like bars, punchlines. Lupe beat everybody.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
And thanks Kanye for pushing him up, because I didn't hear from Lupe prior to that. What do you think what happened to him?
Nothing really happened to him. Lupe just
not marketing.
No, he just, you know, I know he got with like Atlantic Records and he didn't like being on their label because they wanted him to do commercial stuff. And Lupe was like, well, I'm not a commercial dude. You know, he's like, I'm a punchline kind of guy. So I think when you heard the not the Cool, but the first album, Food and Liquor, I think that's a lot of what Lupe wanted to do. Right. And I think the Cool is definitely what Lupe wanted to do. And I think when you got to Lasers, that was more of what the label wanted. And the label was like, hey, we want... Because then you saw a lot of songs with Trey Songz, and there was a lot more singy songs. Yeah. You know, and you saw like a lot more. You saw the whole style change. And then when he got out, he started doing way more political stuff. And, you know, it kind of happens with like...
When he got out.
When he got off the label. But then you start seeing like, you know, stuff with like... you remember, not Tech Nine, who was the other dude? Immortal Technique. And he was a guy who was like so dope, great rapper, but he was like political. Who was the other cats?
I know you're talking about the guy who went Christian too. He was on his early stuff. Gemstones.
Oh, you're talking about Gemini? Yeah, he's Gemstones now. Right. Yeah, no, not him necessarily, but no, there was not Raz Cats. Who are the cats? Dead Prez, like Dead Prez. You know, they're great, but they also do a lot of you know, political, blah, 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 blah. Like, there are these cats. Those guys don't get a lot of attention. You're like, oh, great rapper. You know, but they're on this conscious level. They don't get the radio play. They just don't. And I think Lupe was fine making slow money instead of making, like, major hits and stuff like that, you know.
You know what bothers me when it comes to hip-hop? I'm a late hip-hop head. And a late...
I am kind of, too.
Comedy person as well. I hate when people get upset with my top 5 and my influences when it doesn't include theirs, because they grew up with like Big Daddy Kane and Richard Pryor, like all these older people. And I was like, no, I came in late. Like I came in, when it came to hip hop, I came in loving rap from like Cash Money. And like, right, so I came in late, and No Limit. Like I had all No Limit records. Like, man, you got to listen to Rakim. You got to listen to LL Cool J. Like at that time, they're kind of like phasing out. And I was like, now when you're older, trying to listen to old raps, like man, we don't talk about boombox no more.
Right.
We don't talk about like yes, it was new. It's revolutionary, and that's how I feel about. I don't want to get away from this subject, but that's how I feel about Star Wars. It was fresh. It was new. I don't think Star Wars is that great, but the fact that it was like, yo, this is groundbreaking. Yeah, nothing has ever been on.
How old were you when you watched Star Wars?
I'm talking 2001 for the first time. For the first time,
yeah, you were.
I was like, man, what is this?
Yeah, no. When you watch it as a kid, you go like,
it's groundbreaking. Yeah. You know what was groundbreaking for me as a kid? Quirrell. I can't even say it. Quirrell. Krull. It was about this little star that it had like an eyeball on it, and you throw it, and it was. I'll show you. I gotta show you.
What? It's an anime or something?
No, it's a real movie. Krull.
It was like an action movie?
No, it was like a real life movie, 1983. This movie right here, and it had like this. It was a weird, like, this was my Star Wars. Like, it was so, it had like this devil in it, and like they had this man. It was dope.
You watched this movie?
I watched this movie
once a week.
This morning. It was groundbreaking to me, and I was like, man, this is what life is about. But yeah, that was me, and I didn't see Star Wars. I mean, I always get Star Wars and Star Trek mixed up. Oh, like growing up, and I heard people say,
I can say when you're a kid, sure.
Like that little star thing right there, and it flipped over, and it. Man, dude, you have no idea what this was.
I typed in Krull.
Yeah, Krull. If y'all haven't heard of Krull, please show your love. Another movie that was groundbreaking for me. It's not even groundbreaking. It was like, I watch this all the time. Gods Must Be Crazy. No. Jesus, man.
Gods Must Be Crazy.
The Gods Must Be Crazy. Oh, and it had 2 of them. It was like a fake documentary of like this African movie right here. And it was so funny. It was like a dude that was like commentating like this documentary of this African village, and it was fake. but everything in it was so over the top.
Okay.
So I don't know why I thought it was funny. Drop Dead Fred was another one.
Okay.
But yeah, this is my life in childhood.
Yeah. Mine was dumb. Mine was like
for it.
Ninja Turtles, Surf Ninjas, Three Ninjas. A lot of ninjas made up
Yeah.
my childhood. All cartoon based. It's still why I watch cartoons now to this day religiously. Transformers, blah, blah, blah. And then it was sitcoms. And then it was Fresh Prince, Family Matters, that whole TGIF, Martin. It was all.
I never saw the Cosby Show.
What?
Yeah, never saw the Cosby Show.
Oh, Cosby Show was great, bro. It was great.
I heard. I mean, I was more of a movie guy and outside.
I love to go back. I watch a lot of old sitcoms. You know me, I'm a student of sitcoms. So I've gone back. I'm trying to watch, not all of them, but at least see like a few episodes. Like there was this one I love called KWRP in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
With Tim Reed, bro, and some other people I don't know. It's great. But like I watched. Yeah, it is, But there were stars back in the day. Like I don't know you.
Yeah.
But I watch a lot of old.
Night Court.
Night Court was. No. I remember as a kid, I didn't like Night Court because I had to go to bed, and I just remember I forgot like the theme music for Night Court. Yeah. I remember like not liking Night Court, and it'd be kind of boring to me. I was like, it's not. When you're a kid, you like Frasier would have made me nuts as a kid.
Yeah.
Even though I like it when I got older, I watched it and I was like, oh, Frasier was great. But as a kid, Cheers used to bore me.
Yeah. Cheers.
I was like, what's the big point of these guys sitting around a bar?
Yeah.
This guy's a mailman.
Very cheap. Very cheap production company.
Oh yeah, but now you go back and you see like, oh man, that's great. I watched Abbott and Costello had a show. You know Abbott and Costello, right?
No.
Lou Abbott and
the quiet dude in the.
No, so Lou Abbott and Costello was like they did Who's on First.
Oh yeah.
You know the Who's on First bit.
Yeah.
They did that originally. That was like their big claim to fame. But they did a bunch of movies. They've done a TV show where it was just I think it was just called the Lou and Abbott. Abbott and Costello show. And anyways, it's exactly where Key and Nicole came from. Like exactly. They came out in the beginning and they're talking to the crowd, and then they went in, got a job at the pharmacy or like the drugstore or whatever they were working at. And I was like, wow, I didn't know the influence. It was pretty much a remake of Abbott and Costello. But when I go, and that was in the 50s. I think that was like right before like I Love Lucy or maybe around that same time.
So what is the guy's name that's in Vegas that
talking about Penn and Teller?
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, no, way back. But I watch all these old guys, bro, and I go like, because I want to see what made you special. Right. Like when I watch I Love Lucy, it's undeniable what made her special. I go like easily to me the greatest sitcom of all time, easily to me the greatest female comedian of all time. I mean, one of my not to say females are like disrespectful because she's one of my favorites. So you talk about my comedy influences,
right?
She is up there.
Yeah.
She's up there. Sinbad is up there.
Yeah.
Cedric the Tanner's up there. Jingle All the Way. Yeah. Like those guys, Chris Farley was like one of the biggest people I saw. I was just like, y'all, the energy, the bam, bam, bam. I'm like, that made me just like, I wanted to see big expressions and big, so.
And also when it comes to writing in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, it was very little influence. It was all talent.
Well, you know what? I thought about that. But then I go, before TV came, because this is what people don't know. Fred Sanford, what was the show? Sanford and Son is off of an English play.
Really?
Yep. And I forgot what it was called, but it's a not a reenactment. What do you call them? They
reboot?
Kind of. It was kind of just like how they did The Office. Was originally English, and then it comes over here. But it was exactly that. I Love Lucy came from a show that Lucy did on the radio, on the CBS radio, something called like something wife. It was like a crazy wife show or something like something husband and wife show. And then she did it for a pilot for CBS. They didn't get picked up. She did a movie with Ricky. This is how much I know of I Love Lucy. She did a movie with Ricky Ricardo, Desi Arnaz called Too Many Ladies, Too Many Women, something like that. And that's when they met and they fell in love. So then she tried to pitch the show that she did on the radio to CBS. They turned it down. And so she tried to pitch a version of I Love Lucy. They didn't like it. She took it on the road. And she did like a vaudeville act with her and Ricky. And then CBS bought it after that. Like it was crazy huge.
Hey, we heard you doing some fire.
Yeah, because she already had a
Minnesota.
relationship with CBS. Because of course but that was my point. Was like before TV, all these shows were on radio. Like so, like Gunsmoke was radio.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like all these shows were already existing, either on a radio form or a play. So I don't think that necessarily came from other places or like they were all original. I was like they were either plays that were so many back in the day because they were only live productions, or they came from other people's stand up. Because even when I looked at Mel Brooks and he talked about his stuff back in the day, and you know, when I read Dick Van Dyke, when I look at their stuff back in the day, I'm like, they were groundbreaking, but they all had people they watched and they loved. It just wasn't TV. Right. A lot of them were radio stars, you know, and you had to see them live.
They don't have as much access as we do, because now it's
But it was easier.
Thousands.
It was so much easier to make a star then.
Sure.
Because there was 5 networks, if that.
Right.
And it was like, this is who we're pushing. This is who we're pushing. So if you became huge, you were the biggest thing ever. Yeah. Like I Love Lucy, we see it now and it's all over. They make $20 million a year still, all just off of residuals. Wow. 20 mil a year.
Who was they?
I Love Lucy's family. Just from
Eaton
residuals.
Eaton.
20 million a year.
Do you think Martin is making that
himself or the show?
The team.
I think the show makes a lot. I don't know if it makes 20 million a year, but like Seinfeld's probably making that.
Yeah.
I don't know what Martin's deal was. I don't know if he got a piece of it or he's just doing residuals. But you know, they took less money. I know way too much about I Love Lucy. Right. They were paid as a couple $4,000. They asked for $5,000, but they took less money to have ownership of the show.
Wow.
Which paid off in the long run.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, you know, they started Desilu Productions and all that stuff. And so they owned the studio also. So they were just making, you know, money off of money. And it was just some of the smart bits. They just took less money to do more. They were like, what's the worst that's going to happen? We could get canceled and go back on the road?
What happens to your money if your parents passed and you have no children or family? What happens? Like,
it depends if you have a will or not. Like, I think it goes to like who owns what. I don't know fully. You know, I think it goes to like that's why you have to have a will, because the government, like I heard that if you don't have a will, let's say your parents have their house and they die and they don't have a will, the bank can take their house.
Damn.
Even though it's paid off.
Yeah.
If they don't have a will, because it happened to my buddy, his mom had this house, they sold it because his dad passed a long time ago, never had a will. It took him like over 6 months to get their house back. And he was just like, I had to just go live with some other family.
Because of the bank?
Yeah, because they tried to take the house back, and he was like, "It's paid off already." Blah blah blah. But they were like, "Well, he's next." But man, they'll tie it up. They'll try to negotiate with him to say, "Well, we can give you this X amount of money for this house." And
the funny thing is, you said the bank.
The bank. I don't know.
Because what bank?
The bank that owned it before. Whatever bank owns your house.
What if I just what if I came in, bought the house outright?
Somebody owns that. You can do that, but you know, somebody owns that property. Somebody owns that entity, whatever it is, right? So,
because if you were selling me a house,
yeah,
and he was like, "Hey, you can get a loan with this bank."
The government owns your house,
no matter what.
You pay property tax. You don't own shit.
Wow.
You can own your car, but when it comes to United States property, you don't own a goddamn thing.
Sheesh. You
get to own the space above it until they want it, because you know they can kick you out. If they want to build a railroad or a highway through your house, they want to set your whatever you're around to a military base. They can kick you out of your place. They have to pay you, but they can literally move you. You don't own crap in this country.
But you can own land, right?
You can own land, but you still pay property tax on there. So you don't ever own anything 100%. If you own your house and own your property, why are you paying property tax? Why am I paying taxes on something I own already? That makes zero sense. Right. So you get taxed on your property, you get taxed on your wages, you get taxed in death. There's a death tax. You get taxed on the stuff you buy. Like that $30,000 you make is really $10,000 when you look at everything you get taxed.
I'm getting sad.
Yeah, I mean the car you buy gets taxed. Everything gets taxed.
This is why we gotta
tax
check on how.
And then you pay taxes.
Is only paying.
You already get taxed, and then you still got to pay taxes.
Yeah,
we gave you too much money back. You ever have that? They gave you too much money. You got to pay them back for that mistake.
And I found out the reason why we do income tax, because they hope that you die, so they don't have to pay you.
Oh yeah.
They say we're gonna take this money out through the year, and we're gonna pay you back at the end of the year. Hopefully, this nigga die. Hopefully, he won't make it to the next year, and we gotta pay nobody.
Bro, I'm like, it's the biggest. It's all bad.
I mean, well, but who's paying the government? So I get it. But they also could just make more money. But then our dollar would decrease.
Yeah, you know what? This is why crypto and all this stuff scares banks, because
no one's in control.
Well, the people are in control.
All right.
And if I say this cup is worth $60,000, and you say, I'll pay you $60,000 for it. This is now currency.
Yeah.
Right? That the government can't control. It's unregulated, which is why I think there's a bill to pass like soon enough going through crypto, I think in 2 years, something like that. That's going to be like, well, you have to get taxed. You have to report your crypto earning and stuff like that because they have to get inside this money. Now, I don't know how in the hell that's a legal thing that the government can just say, oh, you have this thing that's unregulated? Well, we're regulating it now.
Right.
The government can just do that, which is crazy. And they go, we made this to be unregulated. It's worldwide currency now.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what's nuts.
And I'm thinking about how did somebody come up with this concept? Because just like you said, if Eddie Murphy had a Geo Metro and he had said, I'm going to sign my name, Eddie Murphy, on the glove compartment, and I want to sell it to the highest bidder. Now he's putting value on a car.
Yep.
So somebody was thinking like, we can do that when it comes to money. Who is this? The dollar is the same as $100.
Bro, that's why we can sell each podcast as an NFT. And you can go, hey, we're going to make a podcast and only one person can own it. Right? And then somebody buys that NFT, and if they want to go put it out there, they can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But otherwise, we'd be like, hey, I told Tony Baker when he was doing the songs, the ringtones.
Yeah.
So you should just auction off an NFT.
Well, that's a fire idea.
I'm a genius. But Tony was like, no, man.
I don't want to do this. Because it's work to build something. Like, you know what bothers me?
It's really so easy to do.
But you got to definitely register that item.
It's so easy to do.
It's still like $5,000 to register.
You as talented as you are should do some NFTs for way more stuff. I mean, even if you wanted to do whether they're lyrics, whether they're some of your like drawings, like you could do whatever you wanted to do and put them up into one of these. You know, you can do like Coinbase or whoever has like an NFT market. I forget the exact words, but you can just put them up there, and then you can put them on Twitter. You can do whatever, and just see if people bid on them. Somebody bid, somebody buy it. Yeah. You just see this. Look at this stupid gorilla up. This gorilla with it sold for $10 million. It was a digital pixelated gorilla with a do-rag on. That's what it looked like, and it sold for $10 million. On
so
NFT.
What am I looking at? Gorilla what?
Just put gorilla do-rag NFT. That's what it looked like. And then it sold for $10 million, bro, and I couldn't believe it.
That right there.
So this one had like a blue do-rag, but these are all different NFTs. So that one sold for $9,000. This one, oh no, that's not it. I don't see it on here. I don't see that one on here.
I don't know what it is about these gorillas. I feel like it's a mockery of black people.
But anyways, he had like this little blue do-rag on, and that's hilarious. That's racist.
Yeah.
But dog, these things are like selling for, and they're so simple, and they sell for crazy money, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't get it, but now they're doing the metaverse thing,
right?
And people are buying
land.
Buying land. This is what I don't. This is where I draw the line. I was late to get in the. So here's where I go. Like, all right, man, you got a choice. You can either just get in,
right,
and somehow this makes sense. But I also don't understand. I'm like, are we just making the virtual world what it is now? Because I don't want that.
Because you're creating a monopoly now.
But if I go into the metaverse and I say, here's my property, right? I'm going to own 20 acres of digital land.
Right.
And it's mine. And somebody's going to be like, I want, like, where are you that people want? Like, can't I just make more space?
Right. But I
don't understand.
Sure. What if it's going to get to the point where they're recreating the city? Or where you're staying, and now you're actually owning Beverly Center. I really hope that people get in the metaverse and traffic dies down and property drops, and I hope people just stay at home. I really, really do. I hope people get jobs in the metaverse and they make money, and I hope people just get out the real world. Terrified. I hope they all just get sucked in there. Somebody was like, yeah, I went in there. I just read a whole article about it this morning about somebody went in there. They went to a jazz club in the metaverse. We could open our own comedy club in the metaverse. Like stuff like that. I go like, that's a great idea. Yeah, no, I'm like, I love that idea. That stuff makes sense. I go like, it's the same thing as doing it on YouTube. Right. Well, I mean, you're getting immediate response from people laughing.
You can go ahead, guys. I got a show at 8. Come to Chaz's Chuckle Hut at metaverse.com, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
And then people pull up. You see the audience there and their little fucking avatars and shit. And then I'll be in there like doing my whole thing. By then you'll have fucking sensors and shit, right?
Yeah, but you have to have the I don't want everyone's audio at a alarming sound.
I'm sure all this is the very beginning of this world. You know, you have to have like the Oculus or whatever.
Yeah. Imagine doing a whole set in your house by yourself, having the time of your life, doing a show virtually for hundreds of thousands of people in your drawers. Because in the metaverse, you have a tuxedo on and some Jordans.
Remember, so Kev, so smart, did his keep your distance. Mm-hmm. It's the exact same thing, just in the metaverse. People are at home who can watch it. He can perform. He would just be a pixelated Kev and a pixelated audience.
Right.
And that scares the shit out of me. Because I go, whoa. Like, I love you getting out and you getting that reaction. I'm like, you can get the same thing from Beat the Crib? Like,
well, I mean, the live experience is a live experience. Like, you get to see people spill their drink. You get to see people walking in late. You get to see, like, you know, you can actually make fun of people. Like, yo, what's up with the hat, bro?
Right.
You can't come in with that yellow hat, man, like that. But he's like, this is my avatar, man.
Dude, soon, because now you need a laptop and stuff like that. I think you had to use a Windows. They had a hard time doing it with the MacBook. But I think that's the same thing with 3D anyways, is that it's harder to do with Mac, but people do it with PCs all the time. With like, you know, the whole 3D world. But soon, bro, it's just gonna be some fucking sunglasses and some visor, and you just tap that shit in when you want to go. Like, it's literally where we're heading. It's crazy.
So, how do you feel about this new thing they're doing now? They're saying that you could, it's I don't want to say a chip, but it's a device that goes in like on your brain that helps you like Google things immediately. I know it's really, I don't know the name of it, but it's like this thing that's like it's like I don't know the name of it.
So I am all for technology advancement. I love everything that makes everything easier. Because when I think about typing something, I go like, I just want to think it and it goes in.
I think it's
that's what I want. I want
something that just free will away.
What is the Google chip
in your brain? So if it's like it was 1946 when Abraham, no, not Abraham. It was Malcolm C.J. Walker.
The only difference is that you just don't have to go to your phone and do it.
But if you're having a conversation, you're lying about the knowledge that you know.
No, you're not.
Yes, you are.
You know it. It's right. As soon as you Google it, you know it now.
Because you can honestly be like, I don't know. Let me check. That's the difference between...
You can still say, I don't know. Let me check. Oh, I know now. The only difference is that you have to go to your phone. What I miss is when you can lie about stuff and people go look up shit. Now I hate that. He had 6 touchdowns. Did Barry Sanders have 6? What are you doing? Look at this. What are you doing? I hate that.
Yeah.
You could just lie and make up all kind of stuff. People go like, that wasn't the Spanish War was in 15 something. I'm like, what are you doing, bro?
A lot of people don't realize this, man. Emilio Escobar used to be a woman.
Yeah. Like my daughter, I plan on telling her all these lies. I'm like, she's going to just go look it up now.
Yeah.
And like, I can't believe nothing my dad says. I'm like, no, man. You're supposed to...
Dude, for the longest, and this is before Google, I thought that the color of your, like, your skin color is the color of your bowels.
Why did you think that?
My brother told me that. So he has said the reason why our dookie is brown is because it matches your skin color. And he's like, white people have their color skin. They have like this.
How much is your older brother?
Yeah.
How much older is he?
He was 11 years older than me.
11 years?
Oh,
yeah, you
and he was like, So he was like, white people don't boo boo outside. You know what I'm saying? He's like, but when you see the outside, it's all black people. We live in the hood, man. And I was like, man, that's crazy. So you remember when like dog dookie, like it gets dookie. It does sound disgusting. It sounds like stroganoff. That's such a strong word. That word punches you in the face.
Stroganoff is a delicious meal. What do you?
It is, but it's like stroganoff. Well, how can you make that sound good? You about to get this beef stroganoff. That's like a sex position, don't it?
A stroganoff, maybe.
About to hit it with this stroganoff. Hit it with this beef stroganoff. But yeah, you know when dog shit.
Yeah.
I was outside.
Much better word.
Yeah. And it dries up, it turns white. I was like, oh, finally got a white person outside. Yeah.
Oh man. So. That's hilarious, bro. I forgot where we were at.
Right, yeah.
Digital world. Metaverse.
Yeah. Do you have Oculus?
I don't. I should get one though.
Have you ever been in one?
I never have.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how goggles can control your world because obviously what you see.
Yeah. I did a Star Wars experience in one of these malls, which you like go through the maze. That was really dope. And then they had, but that one you felt the heat. It was like a lava pit. I was like, ooh. And then like Darth Vader came at us, and I really got scared.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, yo, he's fake, right? And then I was like, he's fake. You know, I was like, sure.
Yeah.
Then the truck comes, you're like, ah.
There's a zombie one that I've done when you're in the back of a truck. And with the goggles off, all it was just hose of like a dump truck, so you can stick your gun through the hole and then shoot the thing, and then the platform will just kind of move around like this. So in the virtual thing, which was like a fake little back of the truck bed, and you have like 4 people that you're shooting with, so you see zombies trying to get into your hole, right? So then it gets crazy because the door flies open.
Oh, Jesus.
And now and then the driver's like, I ran into a rock. I'm trying to get the thing. And now they're coming in, you shooting like this, and your head like there's clearly nobody coming.
Right.
But they purposely put like in the employees, they had like broomsticks and they're doing like this. So now they're kind of tucking you on through the holes and stuff.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was fantastic, dude. Fantastic,
that was great, bro. Yeah. I'm telling you, when video games like when you can do that at home, I'm never going outside. Never going. That's great.
Video games,
I love them.
I don't know how. Before internet, we all had the same patterns of blowing the cartridge. Nintendo did not say that at all.
No one ever said, "Here's what you do."
Right.
Which is crazy because I don't know. I was like, I don't know if I always wonder if white people did it.
Right.
Yeah,
they just probably bought a whole new system. I don't know what's wrong with my game. It's getting over, Mom.
Stupid. Yeah, I don't know. I was always wondering, I was like, is this because you go? Everybody has a different method. Right. Like, nah, man, you got covered with your shirt. You had that guy. You had the. Like people, I was like, everybody had a different technique.
Only thing they had was like the alcohol and Q-tips to kind of clean up because you just spit in there and stuff.
And then I think Nintendo even later on was like, don't blow it.
Yeah.
But you being there.
Yeah. So did you do this? This is something that we did a little bit more. We pushed it all the way down and then put another game on top of it. And then like a butter knife on top. What? Right. Because it was something about like when you push it in, you push it down like that. Right. And it comes up a little bit. Right? So what we used to do is we used to push it in, bring it down, get another game, put it on top of it, and it always worked. But it'd be like a little tiny little slit at the top, so we put a butter knife on top of that. Just so it stays down. So ghetto. Yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah, it worked. And also, Nintendo didn't have the like continue or memory cards.
No, so you had to keep the game on. And that thing overheated. Bro, I tell people like I was just playing The Last of Us. Part 2. Game? Yeah. It was like it won like Game of the Year. The first one won like Game of the Year, zombie apocalypse game.
Last of Us. I love zombies.
Yeah, it was great. And then So now you die, you just start right exactly where I died from every time. I'm like, bro, I had 3 lives.
Right.
And then even when Super Nintendo came, you could save, but you still had to go back to the beginning if you died.
Yeah.
And now games, bro, you don't have to. You just die. You come right back where you. It's
And
literally right back.
How does it figure it out?
It just like exactly like wherever I died, I'm right back there. Like
so
just
there's no
right
checkpoints.
Back. Yeah, you can do checkpoints, but still, it just wherever you die, you're right back. Like you don't start at the last checkpoint. You just go boom right here.
What's your video game that made you say, "I love life"?
Oh, all of them. I'm such a video game fan. I would play all day.
Nintendo. Let's do each system.
All right, Super Mario 3 was crazy to me. Castlevania was crazy.
Nah, one game, don't cheat, man.
Okay, my bad.
Nintendo was
Super Mario 3 is one of the greatest games ever.
Okay.
So Super Mario 3 was always crazy. Super Nintendo, I loved. Oh man, so many games. I loved Super Mario World where you could fly with Yoshi. Fan. I'm a Nintendo fan to death. But because it was gonna be that or Zelda, but when you could fly with Yoshi, I thought that was the craziest thing. And Yoshi would eat a turtle, spit it out. I was like, and throw fireballs. I was like, this is, bro. My mind was blown. It's still blown.
Yeah.
I go like, this is crazy. And then Sega. Oh man, so many great games. I remember like Toe Jam and Earl was fun. Vector Man was fun. Earthworm Jim. I loved Sonic and Knuckles though. That was like. I loved being Knuckles. When I could beat Knuckles, that was like one of my favorite characters ever.
You see him on the movie now.
Yeah, I see. I can't wait. I can't wait till that comes out. I like the first one. So what's after that? I didn't do Dreamcast. We were.
It died quick.
It died quick. So I didn't do PlayStation. I stayed Nintendo.
Oh man.
I had a 64 GameCube. I have every Nintendo system. I wish I still had them all. So I think after 64. Man, Smash Brothers came. Oh, god damn. Whoa. Okay, hold on. Because GoldenEye came, but yet Ocarina of Time came.
What's called?
Ocarina of Time is Zelda. You never heard Zelda Ocarina of Time? Changed gaming. Ocarina of Time changed gaming. There's like 3 or 4 games that changed gaming forever. Grand Theft Auto 3 changed gaming forever. That was like the first open world. Ocarina of Time, and then GoldenEye was like the real first dope multiplayer that everybody wanted to play on 4 screens. Like that started the whole world of multiplayer. And then Ocarina of Time was like, I mean, you went back and forth in time, and you were like old Zelda, old Link and Little Link, and like that was like it changed.
What's it called again?
Ocarina of Time. OCARINA. Because ocarina is like a little flute thing.
Ocarina?
Yeah, it's a little instrument. OCARINO. Ocarina of Time. He played the thing and he transferred back in time. It was great, bro. Great game.
And this is what we'll get. What system?
It was 64. Yeah. But you can play it on the Switch now. They have the whole little Nintendo Online thing. You can play. And then, oh man, I forgot Metroid. So many good games, bro. I love Nintendo. Smash Brothers. I'll be playing all the time.
So, are you an Xbox or PlayStation person?
PlayStation over Xbox. Because when Xbox first came, that controller was this big, and you had to hit everything. You had to play Xbox like this,
like a little horny little kid.
I was like, "What are you doing?"
Oh yeah.
And then Halo was the only real game, and I was like, But PlayStation, man, it had so many. But like I said, I was still Nintendo, so I had the GameCube after that, which was great. GameCube was crazy. That's when it had all the Metroid games, and Nintendo Switch had the N64 had the little trigger button. That was the first time that Z button was on the back. So we're playing GoldenEye. You're really shooting people. Oh, great. Genius.
Yeah.
Genius.
So I would have to go with Nintendo. I never beat Mario 1, by the way.
Oh, what?
I know. I made it to the last board and just never finished it.
You gotta go back now.
No. I seen somebody beat the whole game in 6 minutes. Crazy. So I would have to go with Nintendo. I would have to go either Kung Fu.
Oh, Kung Fu was fun.
Or Excite Bike.
Excite Bike was fun.
Yeah. Those are my 2 favorite games. Or Paperboy.
Paperboy is dope. Man, that's crazy, bro.
So
those are all
3,
fun.
Those 3.
Duck Hunt was fun.
Remember the Olympics?
Yeah. That's past. Oh, Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
And then we got the whole sexual allegation. He said, it's called Punch Out now.
Yeah, it's just Punch Out. No, Mike.
We gotta keep this game going.
Remember Simpsons did Roderick Tatum or whatever his name was?
What? Riddick Bowe?
No, Roderick. No. Simpsons always had their version of Mike Tyson.
Oh, I thought you said
His name was like Roderick Tatum. He's like, yeah, I mean, I just want to compare.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, man.
And then
I just play games professional. Oh, Street Fighters, Mortal Kombat.
Well, that was on Nintendo.
Killer Instinct. No, Mortal Kombat came out for Sega. It might have been Super Nintendo.
Add the blood code.
Yeah, I mean, but that was the game. Like Street Fighter was first, and we were like, "Oh, Street Fighter's dope." But then when we had Blood in Mortal Kombat, we were like, "Yo,
it's a game changer." And
then that's when everybody was like, "This is not for children."
Nobody talks about Street Fighter 1.
Street Fighter 1 was great.
No one talks
because Street Fighter 2 Turbo was what changed everything.
It did a number. People would say Street Fighter 2 Alpha, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
But then there was a Street Fighter 2099.
Was it?
Yeah, and it was, and I feel like it was the original Street Fighter, but it didn't do well, and then this game right here, and his name was Ken. And it was 2010. That's crazy. We already passed that.
You said 2099?
I did. So 2010, and he had the same powers, but I feel like it flopped. And then I seen Street Fighter 2, and it was a whole different, like a thing. So I was like, what just happened? So I remember playing this first. 2010, Street Fighter 2010. Anywho, I would have to go with Kung Fu.
Kung Fu was great.
When it comes to Super Nintendo, I would have to go Mario Kart.
Mario Kart was great. Still fun.
Yeah. Because of that, because of Super Nintendo, I'm still a Mario Kart fan. After that, I had a Sega. Golden Axe 2?
I never played Golden Axe.
Oh man, dude!
I remember playing. My buddy had a PlayStation. I remember playing Road Rash.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Road Rash was like the new form of Excite Bike, and you're just this biker, like you was in a motorcycle, not a gang, but you were like in these motorcycle races. And if you hit old ladies, whoever you hit, like you got more points. You could hit each other with like bats and stuff and whips and chains, and it was great.
Man, I'm looking at these games now. Let's see what you're talking about.
Oh, Crash Bandicoot.
Shinobi.
Shinobi was great.
Yeah. NBA Jam.
Oh, he's on fire. Yeah. NBA Jam was great.
We had Moonwalker on here.
They play Moonwalker.
No. Riddick Bowe.
No.
That's still we got to figure out an alternative. But yeah, for Sega Genesis, I gotta go with Sonic. I gotta go with Sonic.
I played every single Sonic game.
Yeah, I hate that they bought them out. Nintendo was like, you ain't doing nothing with this classic.
Well, Sega flopped on the Dreamcast. I almost broke them. Dreamcast broke them, and then Nintendo saved them. Yeah. But they went bankrupt. And Sonic was $3. Nintendo was like, "Gotcha, buddy."
Sega. And then, remember the song they had? Genesis does. You can't do that on Nintendo. Genesis does. Genesis was groundbreaking because you didn't have to blow. You just had to push that mug in. It didn't skip. It just we ready. Let's go.
Great. You had 3 buttons instead of 2. Come on, man. A, B, and C. But C did nothing, so you only needed A and B. But it had it on there.
Yeah, it was on there.
And Nintendo was like, "Oh yeah, we have the L and R."
Was it Rage of Harlem? Wasn't that Rage of Harlem? What's it called? This one? Rage.
Oh yeah.
I can't think it was called Rage or something. That was pretty fun.
Not Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage, yeah.
Yeah, and then I remember like Double Dragon.
Yeah.
I remember I used to love that.
You know what game was slept on, was free? Ultra Beast.
Ultra Beast. I never heard of it.
Yeah, Ultra Beast? When it was like power up. It came with the game.
Power up.
It came with it, so you had to get these little powers, and it's like power up, and then it's like, and you turn into a beast. Like what if it's like a lion or for a wolf? Anyhow, and then I would have to go with PlayStation. I would have to go with Metal Gear.
Okay, yeah, I never played Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid.
We played Twisted Metal. Remember that one? When you would have the different cars and you could blow each other up.
Yeah.
I miss when people got together to play.
Oh man!
Like I miss we would have, especially when Nintendo when the GameCube came out, we could plug in 4 controllers. 64, I think was the first one you could plug in 4 controllers.
Yeah.
And we would be like, yo, where are we playing at? Like that. I miss people coming over and everybody playing together. I wish my friends would still be like, yo, you trying to come play?
Yeah, you know what, dude? I don't have a game system. I think college broke me because I realized that playing video games, it destroyed my college career.
It destroys everybody's college. It destroys everybody's life.
I had to stop.
Yeah.
And even though I still didn't pass,
I need
it
to
destroyed
focus.
my college career.
I think that if I could, bro, I would just
play games for the rest of your life.
I would get paid to play games.
Yeah.
But not competitive. Like I love when somebody's like, "Hey, I'm gonna play this fun game on Twitch," and people watch you and they pay you.
Yeah.
But to play a game competitive, you got to really work and practice. I don't want to do that. That's too much pressure. Right. I don't like games where I love one-player games, or I play with my friends. But I don't like games where I have to work in like Call of Duties and people play Fortnite. I'm not because you got to do this all the time to be decent. Yeah. I'm not doing that.
I like Quake. Remember Quake? I think I was on the. I don't think I was on the. That was on the like a PC. That was like it was like kind of like GoldenEye. It was you see the gun running like this. And it was like the arenas.
Doom.
Yeah,
it was like that.
It was Quake though. I'll show you Quake.
I don't think I know Quake. I know Doom. I mean, this game Perfect Dark, which was like that. That was on 64, I think. Also.
Yeah. Yeah, Quake. It was like a championship. You said what?
It was like cable.
Oh, I thought you said I didn't have cable.
No,
I was like, what the got to do anything?
I didn't have cable though. I remember, man. I missed so many episodes of King and Kel because we would have times where if you had the cable for that little package they offer, you get the cable and then they took it away. You're like,
yeah. And then PlayStation 2. I love Lord of the Rings.
Great game.
Yeah,
I played that on the GameCube. Maybe it was a great game. They did a great job.
Yeah, and I love
all 3 of those were great
games.
Me too, man.
Love it.
I be trying to get Yo to play, man. I'm like, come play this. I need him.
Yeah.
She just like, I'm tired.
It's 3 a.m.
Come on. I was trying to get her to play Mario Kart with me. She was awful.
Man. I want to get back into gaming, but I'm always feeling like, what am I doing? And I feel the same way when it comes to movies.
Dude, I thought about this with work. You can always work, right? Like there's always something to do. There's always gonna be something to do. And I said, yo, fuck all that. I'm not gonna be always doing something purely to work, unless it's the most fun I can have.
Yeah.
I'm not spending my entire life working. I'm not. I love having fun.
I think gaming has a stigma. That's it.
Well, now that people can make money off it, you're like, my nephew, man, he's 14. All he wants to do is play games. And then, my sister-in-law was like, no, he needs to go. I'm like, yo, homie, you can play games professionally. You can play games and build. Like, you can just build online. You can go learn how to make video games and stories.
You have to look at a new gamer as if I was like, you know what, man, I want to be in the NBA.
Yeah, let me go. If he was a new gamer, he's been playing games his whole life.
Let me go to the court and try to do a couple drills.
You know what I don't like? I don't like this. Instead of people, when if I say I have a goal, I want to do this. People will spend so much time telling you why not instead of going, how can I help? If you said, yo, Chaz, I know I'm 30, and I know I'm 30 plus, but I want to make it to the NBA. I go like, well, you got maybe 2 good years, right? I'm like, yo, I know a trainer, bro. Like, go get fit.
So you mean to tell me you're never gonna talk me out of something that could possibly be honest? Like if I was like. Here we go. Let's be honest. Here we go. If I was like, man, I've been watching the Olympics, man, I really feel like I can be like a gymnastics person.
I would go, if you look at the stats, no.
What?
Because you're 6'4".
You spending way too much time telling me that I can't do it versus you trying to encourage me.
But I would say, what else is the goal behind that? If you say I want to go win the gold medals, I'd be like, well, Deion, it's gonna be a hard time for you to do it, but let's call some people.
Kind of feel
let's
like
get you a trainer,
me, man.
Maybe I go. I'm not trying to discourage you. I go, but what? Because it's like this. If I say, "Man, I want to be in the NBA," or do I want to get paid to play basketball? They're two different things, right? If I want to be the greatest gamer of all time, or I want to get paid to play video games, it's two different things. Do I want to be a great comedian? Do I want to get paid to be funny? They're different things. I go like those are different goals. I'm like, I may not be able to get you to get a gold medal, but what in this world can we do to make you money that you like from
You're
that?
going to be my influence of saying, I remember when Chaz told me I can't do it. And when I win this gold medal,
some people
at 47.
Some people get motivated by the they said I couldn't do it. I don't get motivated by that. No.
You believe it?
No. When you go like, well, you can't do that. I go like, what the fuck do you know?
Right.
I automatically count you out. But I don't ever think of it like prove them wrong. I'm like, I'm just gonna prove me right. I believe in me. I'm gonna prove me right that I can do this. If it proves you wrong in a process, because I was already doing this. If I was like,
would you rub it back in their face if it happens?
I don't have to.
Yeah.
My dad's an I told you so guy, and I always hated that. Like, I'm never going to be an I told you so guy. But you don't have to say I told you so when you did something. You don't have to say I told you so when somebody bust their ass.
Come on, man. You have to be I told you so.
I'm not I told you so
like, Deion, dude, I'm telling you, do not mess with her. She has burnt Jack, Jill.
When you came to my house, not came, but if you come to my house, it's like it's a real thing, and you go like, you're in Satan's clothes. Because he burned down the house. I'm like, you hungry? Come on in, man. I don't have to say I told you.
No, I mean, as in, yes. So it's like
tough break, Deion. Come on in, buddy.
But if you like, I'm telling you, do not mess with this girl. She's crazy, dude. She's crazy. She's done this. She has burnt my homie. And I was like, dude, if
you came to my, I would be dying. I'm like, yo, what's she doing? Look at you, son. What happened to you?
I know,
that girl, man, she was crazy. I was like, man,
like,
bring your ass inside.
What did I say? You have to say that.
Why? Why do I have to say it? You already know. Why do I have to say it?
Because you have to look at it as
I might say this. I might say this. I might be like, "What'd you learn?" I might give you that.
If you don't say "I told you so,"
why do I have to say "I told you"? That's for you.
No, for sure.
And "I told you so" is for you. It's not for the other person.
What if it's your child? If your child, if it's like, "Oh, Papa, I want to touch this stove." Don't touch it. It's gonna burn your hand.
What'd you learn, baby?
I was like,
I learned the stove is hot when you touch it. Okay, you gonna do it again?
Like, didn't I just tell you don't touch it? You had to hit him with that.
Maybe. I told you not to touch it. Now you burned your hand in.
But
look
that's
at
I
yourself.
told you so.
You look at you. I told you so is the words I told you so. You can say the look at yourself now. You can say, what'd you learn? I look at the what'd you learn. I'm like, oh, so what'd you learn? Because that's the I told you so in a sense. But the what'd you learn means I did this and I got this and this and this from that experience. All right.
Well, what if she was like, what I learned? I learned that no one is going to watch over me. You'd be like,
no. I'd be like, now knowing that, are you gonna touch that stove again? Because now you're in charge of yourself. Now touch at your own risk. Like out the way. I'm trying to get this sandwich.
The sandwich,
bro. I'm gonna let you play yourself type of person.
Yeah,
I'm gonna definitely.
And then it happens again. I'm going to break you to say
why.
I thought you said you were gonna say I told you so. Now look at you.
Why would you want to?
Because, dude, I remember one of the podcasts of you were talking about of not having to say I'm sorry to Sabrina, that whole thing. And I was getting upset. I was like, just Chaz, let it go, man. But she's like, no, but why? Why do we have to say I'm sorry? Like it was a whole thing of
about the party?
Not inviting Sabrina to the party,
which we did.
Yeah, and then he was like, hey, Sabrina, just wanted to let you know that
I'm sorry.
We even if we did, it wasn't intentional. And it was like, we didn't have to say you proved your point. It was like, no, I don't want to have to prove my point.
Right.
It doesn't make sense. So when it comes to prove your point, I feel like you have to kind of explain.
I think I might have. You can explain to a point of like, my thing is this: if I say I'm sorry, and then you say, well, hey, we found out that you did do it, right? And then it's not on me to be like, see, I told you. You got like, well, it's there. So as long as you know that, man, I'm not trying to play you and I love you, what else needs to be said?
Yeah.
Like nothing else needs to be said. It's the same. I had this thing with Corey Holcomb we were supposed to do. It didn't go through, right? And then I remember Eric, Tony, and them were like, did you ask why? And I was like, it don't matter why. They was like, how you not ask why? And I was like, what's it going to change? They're like, well, I would need to know. I'm like, what difference is it going to make? I'm going to ask him why, and he's neither going to answer or not. What changes? Like, I don't give a shit.
But what if...
Life goes on, bro. You just keep going.
Yeah, but what if you have always been my writing partner, right? And then I get a job on the next Transformers movie as a writer. And I end up hiring, Jussie Smollett, just a random person. You be like, damn, what the hell? And I'd be like, you're not even gonna say, hey, literally, you know I grew up on Transformers. You always ask me Transformers references. Why didn't you hire me? You just gonna leave it as is? I
would ask you if it's personal. I'd be like, did I do something to upset you?
But that's literally just, you said
but I would ask, because I would be like, if we're writing partners, we're in a business together. So then I go like, yo, did he sell me out? Did he turn his back on me? Like we're in a business. We're a business partners. Right. So then I would ask, because we're business partners and we're friends. So I'd be like, yo, what did I do something? But if you said, honestly, bro, I just thought this person would be a better writer than you, that's for me to take and go like, okay.
But you would take that person, wouldn't you?
I'd have to, because then I go like, well, I try to look at I go either I didn't live up to what Dion was doing, I was slacking somewhere. I try to look at what I needed to grow, and that's just from the abuse of the years of abusing myself, thinking that it's somebody else's fault and not mine. So
would you take it personal and do the same thing to me on the opposite side, or would you, or would you honestly be like, it makes sense? That person he picked is a better person for me.
I might. I'll go like, yeah, if you pick like, you know, your daughter, I'll be like, Dion, come on, man. she's come on.
She don't even know how to spell.
She hasn't written anything. Yeah. But if you went and got Aaron Sorkin, I'd be like, yeah, man, I get it. Right? I get that. He's a decent writer, you know. But if you got somebody my equivalent, I'd be like, oh, you hired?
Yeah. But again, it's
like, why? What did I do? But my thing is, what happened here?
Right.
I'm like, why you pick him over me? I go like, what happened to us? Like, did I do something?
And what is that considered? Is that curiosity? Is that jealousy? What is that?
No, you're my friend. So I go like,
because I have that problem as well. I'm always a why person.
Yeah.
Like when I see a lot of things happening, I'm like, why would they pick them over me? Now I want to know what that trait is.
So it depends on the proximity, because a lot of times remember when you started coming to the studio, you literally just called me and was like, yo, blah blah blah. I was like, oh, come with me. It was that easy.
Right.
You just happened to call at the right time. Same when I got Ryan in. He came back from Michigan. I saw him. And then he was like, yeah, I'm trying to get back. And I was like, oh, come. Right? Literally got him a job just off of, I just saw you.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's a big difference of like the timing, blah, blah, blah. If I work with you every day and we talking, we're business partners, and you go pick somebody else, I go like, yo, what did I do to you? I'm thinking it had to be personal.
Right.
Because I'm like, there's no other way you would do that.
Right.
Or I'm like, and if you just say, yeah, I just had to make a quick business decision. I was like, you didn't even call me, dog.
Yeah.
That you could have said, hey, this is going to happen, blah, blah, blah. I expect that from my friend.
Right.
If we're not friends, like Corey Holcomb isn't my friend, we don't talk.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's not a thing I have to see you. But for somebody I love, respect, and admire, I go like, yo, like this
could have changed my life.
Yeah, but also even outside of that, because sometimes you get a gig that doesn't go through. Right? I've had 2-3 gigs that I thought was going to be big that haven't gone through that could change your life. And I go, sometimes it's just business. Yeah. But I go like, bro, even after all this, we're still supposed to be family.
Yeah.
That affects me way more because the jobs come and go.
But does that, will that change how you make your decision on your end? Like if you have another job, it's like, yo, I know this guy, I'm looking for another, writer, rapper, artist.
No,
like,
I don't think so. I've hired people who I felt like might not have been so upfront with me in the beginning for whatever reason. But if you really want to get quote unquote vengeance on somebody, I put them in a position of success. I go, even though you might have did me dirty, here's a blessing for you. I'm winning no matter what. Here's my petty blessing to you. You just know that came from Chaz. And we don't have to talk about it. We don't have to go like I'll rub that in your face. We don't ever have to do that. You will always know, dang, I wouldn't have had this without him. Man. I did this nigga dirty. I want you to think about that. And then when I see you, what's up, man? Blah, blah, blah. How's it going? Oh, it's great, man. I got a chance to send my kid to college. Good hearing that, man. Take care. You know what I mean?
Hold on,
that's the win.
Let me ask you this.
I don't want to be like, look at you, your daughter's starving, huh? to give him no jobs. I'm not a revenge person, though.
Yeah. So what if somebody has no knowledge of what you do, right? You as a writer, head writer, and then they was like, hey, there's a new show that's coming out called the Hot Stove. I keep looking at the stove. It's called The Hot Stove. And I need a head writer. Could you reach out to Charles Allen and see if he could?
No doubt.
Yeah. So you're not gonna throw your bid in? No shade to Charles Allen. It's the first person I thought about.
No doubt.
So you was like, hey, all right, hold on. First of all,
nah,
you're not gonna be like, hold up. Before we go there, let's know that
there was a show that came up for Disney, right? So my manager hit me to apply for. I hit Markel and I was like, yo, can you send me X, Y, and Z? I need this for that, right? Markel was like, yo, how do I get down? I could be like, it's competition. You know what I mean? Right. And I'm like, I got him. I went and hit Zach and Oren, Jamie, you know. I went and told everybody, like, y'all can have my manager send this stuff to you guys, like through you. Right. You know what I mean? If you guys want to do it. And they're all like, yeah. I'm like, even if they get it and I don't, I'm a super hater for not being like, yeah, I know you wrote on Family Time. Omar Gooding's in here. We all have a relationship with him. We wrote for him for years. He's a friend. He can put a bid in for you. That only makes sense to me. To be like, it's 4 people who could possibly get a job and not me. Yeah. That doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? I would never be like, they didn't even know about it. Right. But I'm going to hit you anyways and be like, yo, I got this thing,
so
man.
What if, I'll give you all these scenarios. What if that happened? What if that happened? It was like, hey, I'm looking for credible writers. You know, Jack gave me the list of these 5 people. Do you know them? But oh yeah, I know all of them. Yeah. And also, I write as well. So if you need me to be a part of it, you know, definitely, I can give you all this piece of information. If you know, this is my old team. I can definitely work with them. Love to do that. And they hire all of them except you.
That's fine.
And you're the liaison. You totally fine with that?
Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. I'm totally fine with that.
That will make me feel away. That made me feel like, I don't know, man, because it's like,
man, what's for you is for you. We all know that. Right. We all know that.
Because I've done that when it came to a comedy show, and I damn near booked this show for this girl, and I get it. It was this maybe like 10 years ago, and she was like, I really want him. And him and I had similar type of comedy, and she said, I'd rather pick him over you. And it was different type of comedians. And I put my name out there, like, hey, you know, if you need somebody else, you're more than welcome to, you know, open up if anything. Yeah, I'll let you know. And I was like, hey, what happened? You literally booked everybody the names that I gave you. That was for me. I'm the booking agent now. And you couldn't even put me on the show? Didn't even invite me. Didn't send me the flyer or nothing. And she's like, oh, no, because you guys, you know,
I'd be more mad if you sent me a flyer for it. You can come. I'm like, bitch. That make me upset. You gonna send me a flyer to some shit you didn't pick me for?
I booked. Can I get a booking fee or something? Right.
No, man, I want to see. I know that the more you give, the more you get. And I know the more that I can bless somebody else and put them in a position to win, it's just going to help build us up in the long run, you know. And I pick people that I know generally love me, care about me, you know. People who have your best interests, people who have your family's best interests. Right. I don't really mess with a whole lot of people who don't fit in that box. You know, I don't have a whole lot of contact with people who don't love me and my family and, you know, my friends. And same, I only want to mess with people. I do have a new rule though. Oh. I'm only working with people. I'm only not necessarily. I'm only hiring. I don't want to say kids, but like young 20-year-old people looking for the beginning start. I'm not hiring people in their 30s anymore.
What's laughing at that for?
Because I've realized that you are who you are when you're in your 30s. And I can't attest for everything that you are. I can't be like, yeah, well, this dude's cool here, he's cool there. Like, I only know you from who you project from me. Most likely a kid wants to learn. They're open. You can like, I can teach them a way to work. Yeah. You know what I mean? I go like, this is how we do stuff here. I can't do that with everybody. And I'm not
also
trying.
When you get somebody early and you become their mentor, you're damn near gonna be in their biopic. You like you help a bunch of kids, teenagers and 20-year-olds. One of you niggas gonna make it. Yeah. And I'm gonna be my mentor, Dion. Like, yes, I'm in the biopic now.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm at a spot now where I go like, I'm more than willing to train, help the youth. I want you guys to be great. But anybody who's already, because dog, there's too many variables of people, and I go like, you guys are who you are, bro, and I can't control. You know, I'm like, either put us in a different position, or it's just other things that I've been like, too many wild cards to know how somebody's gonna act who's a grown up, like in there. If that makes sense. Yeah,
it does. It does. Because once you're in your 30s, you're definitely figuring. If you haven't made it, you definitely like fight or flight. Like, I need to have something to pop. Yeah, I'm in a position right now. By having a business, I have a lot of power. As in, I'm very resourceful. A lot of people, I'm talking about a lot of people, comedians, writers, artists, they reach out to me trying to collaborate with me. Meaning, could you shoot my project for free? And I rubbed them the wrong way, because I was like, I've done that in my early 30s, man. I've shot for people and they didn't like the outcome of like, I didn't put it out, man, because I was watching it and just like the flow, like, dude, Nick, give it to me then. I will put it out
because I need a real, like,
So you get a lot of people that kind of like I hate doing favors for people. People are like, hey, I don't have a big budget, so we're gonna rent out this mansion. But I don't know if you can do it for free. We got a lot of exposure. We're gonna have Michael K. Williams there and Madam C.J. Walker.
They're both dead.
No, I don't know why. You try to freestyle names. It's like, how did we get here?
They are both dead
people. we got their bodies. We got their bodies there, just for clout.
Michael K. Williams ain't even in the ground yet. Neon's like, we got Michael K.
First thing in your head. Go first in your head. Go ahead.
Janet Jackson.
Next one.
Michael Jackson.
No, it's not. Nigga, keep going.
Prince.
You doing all dead people now.
Oh, this is what I'm talking about. Well, Janet Jackson was alive.
Right. What's hard is really coming off the top of your head with names.
Bill Clinton.
Yeah, go.
I don't know.
So
Donald Faison.
Donald Faison. I heard Faison. I thought Faison love. Yeah. So it's really hard for me to freestyle names.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
We used to play this game.
That's hard.
We used to play this game. That's actually fun though. We used to connect celebrities' names. Like if I say Michael Jackson, you would have to either say Michael Jordan or Janet Jackson. So you have to connect their names to something.
But not the last. You don't have to go like Janet Jackson to Jackson Hewitt.
No. If Jackson their first name, you say Jackson McQueen.
Right.
So all you gotta do is use one of the two names.
Okay.
So if I say Michael Jackson, you can say you can go with the option of Michael Jordan or Michelle Michael. You got to use one of the two names.
Is there a Michelle Michael?
Yeah, Michelle Michael is Nino Brown's girlfriend on New Jack City.
Okay.
I just thought her name was so clever because they looked the name. They looked the same. I've never seen her in any other movies.
She was cute though.
Yeah, she was fine. I'm tired of sticking your shit, Nino.
To this bitch, I get another one. Oh, I sing. Yeah. I love that movie.
You're not doing they're doing a reboot.
Why? Are you serious?
Yes, they do.
Why?
Do you watch Power?
No.
They're doing like a like before he became Nino Brown, like a younger version.
Oh, I'm cool with that. Yeah. They're doing a prequel.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with prequels.
The writer of the actor of Power book.
7.
Kanan.
Uh-huh.
Kanan. One of the uncles were playing, not London. But yeah, they're him. He's doing the reboot of. He's writing it.
Ice-T had one of the worst movie lines in history in that movie. It's the I want to shoot you so bad, my dick is hard. I was like, that might be one of the worst. I bet you he improv that. They were like, hey,
yeah,
hey, Ice.
Like how can his eyes not be like?
Yeah, I was like, you want to shoot me so bad? What?
Look at Ice-T's face is like, yeah.
And the other dude grabbed him. No, I'm like, get off me. His dick is hard. What are you doing? Oh my, shoot so bad.
And he had to verbally say, he could have just kept it a secret. He said, he could have been like, oh. Like I felt it coming like, oh, the blood is rushing.
I was just like, yo, why? You got to say that.
Yeah. The funny thing is, the 90s was like, we got to get rappers. We got to get influential rappers to be in movies. And then Ice-T was like, man, I don't do no...
Ice-T. Well, does he have a list? He's a gangster rapper with a list. Is it just me or does he have a list?
Yeah, a list.
Ice-T. You know what I'm saying?
His little dreadlocks.
Yeah, I want to shoot you so bad. My dick is hard.
My dick is hard. He's like, could you take your glasses off? And your hat? Yeah.
How many songs does Ice-T have? I know Cop Killer, Colors.
That's
What do you know? Those two?
That's it.
Colors.
When you think of Ice-T, you think of a rapper or if you think of an actor?
I think of the drink. He's the last Ice-T I think of.
That's so funny.
I think of a
what is his real name? His name better be Terrence. if it's like Jonathan McReynolds, I'm gonna be pissed off.
Better be a T in that piece.
Yeah, his name is Tracy. Tracy Lauren Morrow.
Rappers be having soft names, bro.
Yeah.
Cop Killer Tracy.
And I hate that his wife's name is Coco, and she's white as hell.
Yeah. But what's her real name?
That's not her real name?
Coco? It cannot be her real name.
Let's see. Coco. Austin. Oh, her name is Nicole. So, okay, that makes sense. Nicole Natalie. Yeah. Melrose.
Ice-T kept her even after she cheated.
She cheated on him?
Something like that. With some nigga.
Something like that? You just creating a lie?
No, something like that. She cheated on him and he kept her anyways. I was like, oh, that's great, Ice-T. He really loves you.
I hate that they had a TV show called Ice and Coco. You could have just titled it Ice Coco. What the ain't about? That been dope, right? That been dope.
You know somebody's in there, just call it Ice Coco.
Right.
Nah, you got to know that they separate people.
Yeah, Ice loves Coco. Y'all names are punchlines, man. Leave it as is. Coco. You know what? When a woman cheats on a man, you think of the most nasty. We don't think about lovemaking. We think about grinding. Like he holding back of her neck. He's choking the shit out of her. And he's ejaculating inside of her. Like, did you just? Yeah, all of it. We don't think about, it was sweet. We was on a helicopter.
It definitely probably, I don't know if I'm not going to say it hurts guys more than it hurts women because I'm pretty sure it's the same. You know, I'm pretty sure women, because women, we know women are like territorial beings, you know what I mean? But so are guys with their women.
I think men are more territorial.
With their women.
Right.
But women are more territorial with their space.
They're more attached emotionally.
Because a woman would get more mad if it's in their bed. In our bedroom, in our house,
right? Because
with
that's
children
her
inside.
Investment. Now your children inside her. But men men look at women like literally like dessert. It's like my woman is my chicken salad, my vegetables, and it's like
these hoes.
These hoes just Snicker bars, man. I hope I don't get no calories. But it's just a Snicker bar, man.
Yeah.
It's like somebody. It's like you're at a buffet.
I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't.
You're at a buffet. You see greens, mashed potatoes, salad. You be like, man, this looks. It's my like. You want this cheesecake? No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm fine right here. I'm fine right here. You eat it. They be like, whoo, that was good. But cheesecake though. Please. I don't need no cheesecake. And then all of a sudden, your wife goes away, and they be like, I mean, we can eat this cheesecake. You want to be like, all right, man. Just
Let me just get my finger in there.
Yeah, and then you take a bite, be like, nobody saw that.
Oh, that's good.
Nobody saw
so creamy.
the scandal. And then you be like, hey, if you ever come back to Austin, just bring the cheesecake back, please.
I can't imagine cheating on my wife and having to look her in the face and be like, I mean, I can imagine cheating on her. I couldn't imagine cheating on her and then having to look her in the face. And I had to look her in her face and be like, I'm sorry.
but if she don't know, you have to tell her.
Huh?
You have to tell her.
If she doesn't know,
like what if you was passed out drunk at a show in Boston? You woke up getting this girl giving you head, and then you like, oh,
get off me,
yo. You be like, right when you about to come, because your head you dreaming. My wife is destroying me. You like, here come baby. You open your eyes and it's Brittany. You be like, oh no, what are you doing here? Oh, would you be like, sweetheart? You go back home, like, man.
Here's the thing.
It's like,
it depends on Brittany's access. Is Brittany popular on IG? Is Brittany popular? Does she have enough to get over on me? Because depending on her access to my wife, I have to tell my wife.
Yeah.
I had to be like, let me just get this out before something happens.
Yeah.
And you find this out. Because you know, somebody could just be like, well, he was with me, such and such. Here's the text. Here's some pictures. I'm like, I can't. Because then once you're in there, you're like, nah, it never happened. What are these? She doctored these. These are Photoshopped. Woo. And you just got to be like, hey, look, here's what happened. I did X, Y, and Z. This is why, if I'm going to cheat, I'm going to be somebody who's in their 60s.
what is the Facebook?
How do you get on Metaverse?
What is this? What is this thing you call? You know, Metaverse is going to turn to sexual.
Oh, I can't wait for the porn. That's what I'll hop in. I'll have a whole smut house. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start a brothel in the Metaverse.
You going to have land of a brothel?
I'm going to have a brothel in the Metaverse, bro.
That's funny.
That's going to be great.
Yeah.
Come on in, buddy. I'm going to have my whole avatar is going to be the mistress with the fan. Oh, I'm gonna be an old Asian woman. Oh, you have big appetite. Remember Rush Hour?
Yeah.
When she opened the door, I'm gonna be that woman.
Yeah,
I'm gonna find her. I'm gonna create her. And it's gonna be some Asian Chinese whorehouse operator.
In the Metaverse, do you need condoms?
Could get a virus. I don't know.
And it comes back like, how did it come in real life? What just happened?
You got to be like, how many Bitcoin is this pussy worth?
So I heard that there's gloves. This is real. This is gloves that you put on, and in the Metaverse, if you grab it, it will touch your hand. So if you're grabbing this, the feeling of picking this up, you can feel it on your gloves. But virtually, there's nothing in your hand. So you're feeling it with the gloves, right? So if that's the case, they're going to have to do condoms that way.
Why?
So you can have sex in the Metaverse. Because obviously, you can be gyrating all you want, but you're not going to be able to feel anything.
But why do you need condoms?
Not literally condoms, but it's gonna be like a sleeve, so your penis can feel it.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna feel the
meta pussy, a meta vag. What can you sell?
Yeah.
Get a meta
world
twat.
peace. So,
meta world peace.
So pick that up and just imagine if you have a glove, and so you see how you feel that on your. So that's how it's going to feel
on my penis.
Right. Well,
okay.
Well, your hand. Well, let me see. I don't know how to do it reverse.
How do I feel somebody else's hands on my penis in the Metaverse?
Because you guys both have to have gloves, so you can feel it. But if they don't have gloves, they can't feel the item in the Metaverse. So whatever's around.
So you'll be able to touch somebody.
Yeah, in Australia.
But you won't. How?
Because the gloves are tapped into the Metaverse. So if you're reaching out to something, it's going to be like a little, like it's going to suck up. I don't know how to describe that. So
that noise doesn't happen.
It's an ew.
Every time I touch something, I'm like, hey, yuck.
Hey, what was that in my ear? Yeah, I'm terrified because it's going to go from games. It's going to go from games, and then people.
Porn is never too far from any business anywhere.
No.
People, how do we make money off of sex here?
Right.
But I hope to God it cuts down on. Oh, jeez, no, it's going to get weird.
Oh, it's time.
It's going to get weird because will it kill human trafficking?
Oh. That's a great idea because how do you know?
Now, here's the real question. This is awful.
I know where you're going. Go for it.
Can you get in trouble for having a minor in the metaverse?
That is a bar.
If you make one.
That is. What if I'm a grown-ass woman that is claiming to be a 17-year-old girl underage to get more clients? So is that illegal? Is that illegal?
Oh, this place is dangerous.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I'm literally 65, but I know that the market is hot for young girls.
Yeah.
So now my avatar is a 17-year-old girl.
Whoa. Or even younger.
Right. I was just trying to be.
Yeah, but I get it.
Make it more presentable. If this becomes a clip.
but you think about it. You go like, yo, if you're in this metaverse, are there a bunch of grown-ups who are profiling as minors to get these freaks?
Right. That's a bar right there, man. And will I be in trouble? Is there a law in the metaverse, or is it? So what if it's reverse? What if it's actually a 14-year-old in real life that is portraying a 45-year-old person, and we actually have a relationship, which is like online.
It's very unregulated.
Right.
I mean,
but I'm portraying as an older person, and I never admit who I am. What law does the laws cross?
I feel like the metaverse is going to be like international waters. Like anything goes. Like you can marry a goat if you want to. Like there's no real, laws and rules. Like it is terrifying. It is to think about like getting lost in there. And I mean, I really wonder. Remember Chappelle's sketch he did when he was like actually went into the internet and it was just gross. Like that. When you start building a world around the internet.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they're trying to build a world in the internet.
Let me tell you how brilliant hackers are. Somebody. So as soon as you get hacked, they tap into all your access of posting content in DMs, right? I will send you, if I'm hacked, I can send you a DM and say, yo, Chaz, I did not know you were this stupid online, right? And I have a link, right? You click the link thinking you're talking to me. It would do an hourglass and be like, you were accidentally signed off. Sign back in to Instagram. You thinking you're signing back on to Instagram, but you're actually giving me a carbon copy of your username and password on my site. But all I did was put a mask of Instagram, which is my site, Dion Lack, on my site. So now you're giving me your access of your username, password. Now that I can go on your Instagram, and now I can say allow all access to the phone. So now I can get into your phone and see your pictures, your passwords.
Wow, you can do that from there?
Yes. Because when you go to Instagram, it says allow, because in order to share pictures from your phone, or it says please let Instagram allow access to your contacts. So now you have access to that. Because they have your username and password.
Wow.
So
that's crazy.
Just by clicking on that link, it's opening up the door of, hacking is crazy. But it's also, I've also find it funny how hacking is literally how fast. It's like a combination of all the access of trying to tap into someone's firewall. So if my password is 917-6543-93582, it will attack this password and then run all the possibilities and then highlight the ones they get. So it's like 8 and going like this. They tapping in all the possibilities and combinations of these numbers. So when they find something, ding, it would lock onto that, like this is 8 or an F or apostrophe. They're figuring out all the combinations.
That's crazy.
And it's like, and it's not them. It is the program that's like what is the username? What is the password?
Yeah.
And it's figuring out all these combinations.
I like in movies where you have the two hackers going to get each other.
Yeah.
Like, oh, someone's trying to get in. Oh, we're going to put the firewalls up. Oh, man, this person's really good.
Give me 2 more minutes. I'm trying to tap into the mainframe.
This person's on next. Oh. Wow, this is but not smarter than me. I'm like, what are y'all typing?
Right. It is always like little windows opening up, sliding over.
And we're in.
Access. Oh no. What is I hate the exposition game. Sir, you might want to take a look at this. I hate the
what is it?
The heads up or sir, you're not gonna like this. Tell me up front. Don't give me a cliffhanger.
You got to see this for yourself.
Yeah,
I'll be there in 10
What
minutes.
is
it? I like them to call out of bed. Hello.
Sir, you need to get here.
What emergency? You never hear the other person? There's a what? At the White House. Shit. What's the matter, honey? Nothing. Go back to sleep.
Go back to sleep. you hear this one cussing them out like, the fuck? He's here? No! He has to be stopped. All right, I'm on my way. What is it? Go back to bed, baby.
Go back to bed, baby. Nothing. No, who's here? Nobody. I'll be there in 10 minutes.
But you're in Chicago. I will be there in 10 minutes.
I'm just like, is that real, sir? Because you're just waking up. I'm pretty sure you're going to go brush your teeth, wash your face, put on your clothes, leave. You're not going to get here in 10 minutes.
Let me ask you this. So if you had an absolute emergency, like you were the point person, imagine being at Harvest Studio. You have the keys. The production company is outside. You are the main attack. All right. Everyone had to be there. Everyone had, like the pre-production people had to be there at 7.
Right.
The cast and crew is getting there at 9.
Yeah.
It is noon.
Yeah.
So are you showering? Are you brushing your teeth?
It's 3 hours. I'm late.
What are you doing?
First, you just got to make up an excuse why you're 3 hours late. Help! Help! That's what I'm doing.
When you wake up late, you know you're supposed to see like dark, but you see like
I hate. You ever wake up like so late? You're just like, fuck. All right, let me get this together.
97 text messages.
I gotta stage a robbery in my house.
Punch in your face.
I got my Izzy. I just need you to shit everywhere. I gotta find. Actually, I'll shit. You don't worry about it.
What is that the max time of I have to lie?
Yeah, you got. I mean, because if you wake up, you see 12 missed calls, right? 100 texts. Yo, what the fuck? Where are you? What happened? Blah, blah. You're like, okay. It can only be that I would have to like go to a payphone, call somebody. Hey man, I'm in jail. I just want to call and check in and tell you guys that I'm in jail. I couldn't use the phone earlier. You got to have like a great excuse if somebody goes.
Somebody filming you like this. Hey, look at Chaz lying his ass off.
Yeah, he's going live too. Stop. I'm watching you go live right now. Like, yeah, no, you have to like, you got to have a great lie. I got to shoot. Oh shit, I got to shoot myself in the foot. I can't do it,
man. I remember. So this is the story. I used to work graveyard shift at the Marriott. I worked from 11 to 7 a.m. From 5 to 7, I had to drive guest to the airport, which was right across the street in Burbank. From 11 to like 1 o'clock in the morning, we had time to just chill. I mean, we had to work, but from that time, I had like a 3-hour time to sleep. And we had like a break room with a bed and everything. So I had access to sleeping. So
Who changed the sheets on that bed? Yeah.
Huh? No. So, all right. The truth is, all right, I was lying my ass off. So the truth is, because I don't know if it's still a thing. So I had access to. I was a bellman. I had access to the model room that when people come in, they want to see how the rooms look.
Okay.
So it was the swiping the key and you go in.
Okay.
So it was that bed.
Okay.
So sure, how many people would sleep? Who changed that sheet? So I was literally just sleeping on top of the bed, and no one ever rinsed that room out.
Yeah.
So that was our break room.
Okay.
So
it all makes sense now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it wasn't the break room. So I had to set my alarm at 4:45 because I know I had to get up at 5 o'clock to get to warm the car up for guests to get across the street. I turned my radio off for some reason. I think I turned it off too low, or the battery died. So when people were calling me, I didn't hear any of that.
Yeah.
I woke up literally at 11:45. I was supposed to be gone at 7. So
no one came in that room the whole time?
The maid woke me up. The maid woke me up because that was the employees hangout room where people kind of like play dice and she's like Senor, why are you still here? And I was like, oh. And then 40 text messages, 19 calls, and I had to clock out.
And no one thought about looking for you in there.
No, because that was the sneak room, and I'm cozy. And I just clocked out, and then I seen my superior that works during the day. He said, "Hey Dion." I said, and I was like, "I'm fired. I know I'm fired because from 5 to 7, no one could take them to the airport." And I had the guest was like, "Where? How am I getting to the airport?" So I'm sure all these people were late,
missing flights.
Yeah. And I was like, I quit. And I just quit. I couldn't look the truth in the face.
You didn't even take the.
And then I left, and then they had said, "Hey, could you come back? We want to talk to you." I was like, "Am I fired?" He was like, "No, you're fired. We just wanted to talk to you to see what happened." I was like, "I'm fired. I know. You don't need to fire me in my face. I don't want to see this." So my homeboy was like, "Dude, it was chaos," because I had to drop off like at least like 40 people, and it's like a mile,
right?
Like walk.
This is at LAX.
So it was the hotel across the street from the Burbank Airport.
Oh, okay.
So they could walk, but it's like a long, long drive.
It's a long hike They probably did have to walk. They all probably walked.
Yeah, so they had to walk, and I think what happened was the front desk guy ended up taking them.
Okay, just in his car.
No,
in the van.
Yeah, they have access to the van. But yeah, I got fired like a mug, yo. Well, I quit fired.
They're like, nah, you guys aren't firing me in my face.
Yeah.
I remember I had a guy at UPS put a resignation letter in my face, and I was like, my friend, if I do this, I don't get unemployed.
Thank you.
Nice try. Man up and fire me.
Yeah.
But they would not fire me over there.
Yeah. So you never got fired?
So I guess I've been fired from like telemarketing.
Oh yeah.
But that's like not even trying. They're just like, hey, we're not gonna have you back after the probation. All right. Peace. I've been
fired from every job, dude.
Have I been fired? I'm sure I've been fired somewhere. I don't think so. Maybe not. I've had a few jobs a long time, but I've quit those. I'm hard to fire, man. People like me, bro. I'll mess up, be late. I've been hours late before and not been fired. Like hour. I missed the whole shift before, and they were just like, "No, just get it tomorrow."
Would you rather get fired from a job that you love dearly, or would you rather your wife or girlfriend break up with you when you at your highest of your relationship?
Wait, what do you mean?
As in, like you be like, "Man, I love my wife. You telling people, man, she's the greatest thing ever happened to me, man." And she's like, "I don't think it's working out."
Yeah.
Fired from a relationship.
Heartbreak sucks.
Yeah. Would you try to explain like why? It's like I don't need to tell you why. I'm not happy.
No, I won't even ask. I was just like, right.
No, Chaz, stop it. You have to ask why. If you had no,
I might ask later, but at
the
the moment, like how I feel right now, okay, where's my daughter? Just swear, I just need to go be happy with her. Because no matter what, bro, kids bring happiness.
Yeah,
and I'll be like,
I need to know. There's no.
I might ask later, but
you got to
at
be
that moment,
insane. Because imagine if you said that. It's like you just proved to me that you wouldn't even happen in this relationship. The fact that you just accepted that quickly.
Yeah. Blah blah blah. I'm like, because if you're just doing stuff to set up to see how I feel, you're an idiot. If you do something, I just want to see what he says. If it's not true, I hate that. Wow. I hate that. You know what Yo did? That was hot. She had the. It's something with the bathroom, like about changing that. She was like, "Oh, I left it. Oh, the bathroom trash can, right?" She was like, "I left it full just to see how long it would take you to change it." And I was like, "Why don't you just change it and just be like, hey, can you change it?" She's like, "I shouldn't have to." I was like, "Well, now we just had a full bathroom for 3 days," and I was like, "You could have just be like, hey, can you change it?" I was like, 3 words instead of you want to get all mad because I didn't change it in 3 days.
I hear her, but have you guys ever had that discussion about changing the trash can?
Not like that. It's just like things that need to be done, right?
Right.
And I'm just like, yeah, dude. Sometimes I'm aloof. Sometimes I'm like, oh, let me get that later or whatever it is. But she was like, I just left it there, see how long it take. And I was like, well, look, that doesn't bother me. You're the only one getting upset by that. Every time you come back in, you're like, it's still there. I'm like, why? Work yourself up.
Yeah. Over
such a simple thing.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't have to tell you. I was like, you can just say like, hey, could you take care of this? That would be great from now on. I'm like, cool. Yeah. So easy.
Yeah.
That's so easy.
Yeah, I'm both ways. I hear her and I get her a lot when it comes to that.
I understand. I just go, just say something.
Right. But now you're a nag.
No, you're not a nag. You're a nag if you go, hey, can you get that trash? And I go like, oh yeah, sure. And then you go, because it's been there for 3 days. And I go, I got you. Because I hate when it get like, that's nagging. Yeah. But if you say it one time, I go, oh cool, I got you. And then if I forget and you go like this, you say you're gonna take it out, but you didn't. So I need you to just hold on. That's on me now.
But what if it's not like that? It's just like, could you grab the trash? You're like, yeah, I can do that. And next day it's like, could you wash the dishes? But yeah, I can do that. And it's like, could you vacuum? I can do that. But it's like, I shouldn't have to tell you the script of how to do chores.
No, I agree with that. Because I was telling Yo, like, she was getting frustrated before because she felt like she was doing a lot and I wasn't doing enough around the house. And I was like, okay, she's gone a lot during the day. I handle Izzy. I go like, well, that's a lot, right? So we both feel like we're doing a lot. But I go, hey, if it helps, I'll make sure I do more, right? So I was trying to do more, blah, 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 blah. When Serene passed, all that went away. I went back to working on millennials. Then when I came back, after millennials, I just didn't get in that same habit.
Right.
So it built up again. And then she had a moment, she was like, this and this and this. And I was like, yo, you could just be like, hey, homie, you're slacking again. Can you get back on it? Would have been easy.
Right.
But I was like, but you just held all this in and you worked yourself up and now you're frustrated.
It's so hard for a woman to not be a nag. I know a lot of women.
But
like
I just and I get most of that is because
like that.
of a guy who's not doing that daily part and the women feel frustrated. I understand that frustration. But I also go, I know you feel like you shouldn't have to, but if you wanted to get done and I might just need a reminder, because I'm not the guy to be like, well, I did this and this. I'm like, it's not a competition, right? I go, hey, if I'm slacking, and you can actually, I'm always like, I'm sorry, that's my fault. I'll get better. I'm working on getting better. I might slack, I'm aloof, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to make sure I do these things. I might do this one day and forget this. I might not hit everything 100%. I might be at 70 some days, 120 at another, but I'm trying to make an effort. I'm like, the same way I deal with your ups and downs, you got to deal, with my ups and downs. Like, I'm not always great. That. I'm not trying to be perfect. Neither. Zero attempts to be perfect.
Yeah.
But I don't want you to come home feeling stressed and you're overwhelmed and you're doing too much. I don't want you to feel that. So I'm gonna try to make sure I do X, Y, and Z. If I forget X and Y,
that's a life I lived for numerous years.
I get it.
Wife is out and about, and then I'm at home, and I was like, I want her to feel like I don't have to come home to filth or chaos or because I used to watch Brookie when she wasn't eligible for school, I should say.
Izzy's age.
Yeah, and it was kind of like she was only me. So when she went to sleep, like I had to clean, mop, vacuum, dishes, laundry. I had to do everything because the worst thing you want to do is like, come on, like, hey, right on time, make your boy a cheese stick.
I do this. I go like, hey, you're like, when we talk about mental health, I take time for me all the time whenever I feel like it. I go, when I come home, I might sit down and play video games depending on how my day went. You'll be like, I wish it was like, must be nice to be able to come play video games. I was like, yeah. Like, it's great.
Dude, you can't be this way.
Yes, I can, because I'm allowed to decompress.
Sure, but you can't agree with her because she's being sarcastic.
I know she's being sarcastic. I was being sarcastic back. But I'm allowed to decompress. I'm allowed to take a moment for me, no matter what time it is. If I feel like I need this hour, if I feel like I need these 2 hours, I need what I need.
So how's it feel? So this is the translation of the literal term. How's it feel to be lazy all day while you're working? It feels amazing.
It feels great to me.
So that was the literal term.
Yeah.
But that hurts her feelings when she's trying to be like, hey, for you to be like, no, what I did was, or
here's what hurts my feelings. Why don't you just say what you mean? You don't need to come in and be a dick and be a smart ass and think you're trying to get me, because you can't outsmart ass me. You'll never be able to outsmart ass me. Period. You know, and if you come in with a smart ass remark, why you don't expect one back?
Right, but if it's true. But so I can be smart if it's not true. But if it's 100% true, you're 100% in the wrong.
It depends what's true. You've been gone all day. You haven't seen what I've done all day.
Right. So I'm saying for you though, you can be smart by saying like, oh, it feels amazing. Because now you like, I know what I've done versus like, I didn't do shit.
Even if I haven't done shit, I might not have felt it today. You know, like people do this, dog. I don't have to do this. I don't have to go work a 9 to 5. Right. I don't have to go listen to somebody and then come home with some bullshit. I worked for years to make my life the way I wanted it to be. All I'm missing is a lot of money, right? I got the time I want. This is everyone's life, right? But now, when I had to work, like at UPS, I was always stressed. If you come home feeling like that, I'm like, well, you need to make time for you. If you're not doing something that makes you feel good all day, you need to come home. I'm like, go somewhere. You can plan something. Go take whatever it is. But she's like, well, I get home and I have stuff to do. I'm like, well, take a moment for you first. Right. But she comes home and she sees this. I come home, if I see dirty stuff, I go like, I need a minute. I need a minute. I might have had a bad.
That minute might be 3 days.
It might be 3 days. I might leave. I need 6 months to come back. But I go, I'm allowed to have my moment.
But did you tell her that?
Yeah, we talked about this.
Hey, I need a moment. I see that. I need a moment.
Well, yeah, because I'm usually home first, right? So give my mom a break from watching the kid. You know what I mean? Which we're blessed to have that. And so then when I come home and I see there's a mess, I see dishes, I'm like, I'm gonna get all that. Whether it's at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, I'm gonna get it. If Yo comes home and she's planning on making dinner, then I'm like, cool, let me go clean this up, right? But we don't do that all the time. So I go like, man, I'm gonna get that. And then she goes, this gotta be done. I'm like, I'm gonna get that. Like, if I'm gonna do it, then go chill. Go relax. Go sit down.
Have you had to make that hard decision of who you gonna side with, your mom or Yo?
I side with Yo anyway.
No, I'm saying, did you like, if it was like, I think the baby should have some knowledge, and it's like, I think the baby should have.
Well, that's a Yo thing.
I mean, not like specifically, but like if it's something like, he's a great argument.
I'm always gonna side with Yo.
It's a great argument.
I'm always gonna side with the wife. Yeah. I'll talk to my mom later, but like, you know what it is, lady. You know what it is. But my mom is so cool. She's always gonna do what Yo says. And
also, how do you feel about your mom getting in a new relationship?
I hope she does. I hope she finds somebody she likes, somebody who's cool. I hope she finds everything she wants. Yeah. You know?
I was late. So I had to have this tough conversation with myself because I was so young and ignorant to what was happening in my mom's life in her late 30s. So when she I would say around 36, 37, my mom had a lot of uncles. This is Uncle James, this is Uncle Fred.
How old were you?
I was 10, 11.
Okay.
And then I was like, I think my mom was in the streets, man. And I didn't take it as a problem. I was like, yeah, they bring gifts home. They taking my mom out. But I never seen any sort of sexual acts or them kissing them in front of me and stuff. I just thought like, oh, my mom had a lot of friends. Yeah. She had a lot of women friends as well. Yeah. Until I got to an age of like, I think my mom was in the streets. Like it was no signs of like your mom is something like when Forrest Gump, your mom's something else.
Poor
it was it was nothing like that. But at the same time, like as I got older, one of my mom's friends was like, yeah, your mom and your dad was like a one night stand. They were kind of not one night stand, but like they
said when
like,
you got older, you heard that?
Yeah, they were like, yeah, like, they was a little fling. They was on and off for like a good 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
She like your mom and Roger Carter was back and forth, as in like my mom and like James, my dad's name is James, and then Roger Carter was like them two back and forth, like they were both beating on my mom's nerves, and she kept going back and forth with them. So when I was born, true story, when I was born, my mom thought I was Roger Carter's. That's my name is Roderick.
That's crazy.
Right.
How did your dad feel about that?
He found out at the age of 11. So
you were 11.
I met my dad at the age of 11.
Whoa.
So my last name was Roderick Guy, which was my mom's maiden name because she married my brother's dad. So when people like, that boy is James Lacking's son.
Wow.
Yeah, that boy is James Lacking. You should definitely get a blood test. For years, kept saying, that ain't my son, that ain't my son. That's your son. So at the age of 11, 4th grade,
You
DNA
should be
test.
past 4th grade age at 11, Dion.
No, look it up.
No, you should be like 4th grade. You're like 9 or 10,
Yeah.
11. You should have been a good
Oh, that makes sense.
6.
Yeah. Hey,
Dion was held back.
yeah, I think I was 9.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it was 9. And changed my last name. It shocked my 4th grade classmates. It was like, what's happening? You went from a noun to a Roger Guy to an action now.
Yeah.
So it was funny because my teacher had made fun of, you went from a noun to a verb now. And we were just learning verbs and nouns at that time. Didn't even understand like the significance of it. I was like, oh, this is life-changing.
Yeah.
Like, my last name got changed.
So was your previous father, Roderick, a part of your life or no?
His name was Roger.
Roger.
Yeah, heavy.
Yeah.
Up until. And then when he found out that I was not his son no more, he stopped coming around.
Wow.
Yep. And what's crazy, just soap opera life story is right when, hold on, you ready for this?
Yeah.
When my mom started messing with Roger Carter, he had just broke up with his wife. Why? Is because my dad had married Roger Carter's wife.
James.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Right.
Okay.
As in my dad.
So you had this whole love triangle thing.
My dad, Roger Carter's actual wife got caught with my dad.
Whoa.
And then he broke up and started dating my mom. And then during that whole 10-year process, my dad divorced his ex-wife and then started messing with my mom, ironically. Not even knowing that they were together.
Wow. This is all in Dayton.
This is Dayton, Ohio, man.
Dayton small as shit.
Yeah. It's confusing. When I heard it, I was like, my mom was in these streets, man.
So you never seen James again?
Yeah, my actual dad.
I mean,
never seen him again.
Wow.
Never seen him again. Yeah. At one time.
That had to hurt.
I mean, well, so
you were 9, 10?
Yeah, I was 9, but at the same time,
he'd been around religiously, like.
Yeah, we didn't do anything. Like I went to his house. You know, we didn't go baseball games or something like that. We didn't do anything. I just went to his house. He just came over to the house and said, you know, hey, little Jerry curl. That's what I remember him.
Smooth player.
Yeah, he had the long Cadillac. But I don't remember anything significant.
So you wanted out anyways.
Had to. And in my neighborhood, there was no fathers. So he was like a bonus guy.
Right.
So everybody in my whole neighborhood had moms, no dads.
Right.
So when he came around, I felt like I got me a dad. You know? And then when he went out, I was like, got me a new dad. So I won up, y'all. And my actual dad was better. As like we went to the Cincinnati Red games.
Oh, cool.
We went to like
good.
Yeah.
So James, we love.
Yeah, James is awesome.
Like, fuck you, Roger. Little bitch.
Roger Carter.
Fuck you, Roger Carter, you little bitch.
And he died. Tuesday. No.
I'm so sorry.
His funeral's tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah. Well, he missed out, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I would love to talk to him today. You know, thinking, do you have daddy issues?
Kind of now, more not even major, but mine's gonna come to like post 30.
Post 30?
Yeah. Before that, we were really, really good. We had like a few skirmishes here and there, but it was always super, super love. But it wasn't until him and my mom divorced that we had issues. And
because of divorce, or the reasoning why the divorce?
Yeah, like issues.
I don't know my mental status because I feel like I get over stuff real quick. Like when my mom passed, I thought it was going to hit harder.
When'd your mom pass?
My mom passed 2008.
Wow, really?
You just finding this out?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, she passed 2008, and of course it was shocking. Like, what? Yeah. She was 60, and it was like, how? It was just like a massive heart attack just immediately.
Wow.
And but I got over it really quick, and I was like, I don't know if it was because my mom was a workaholic, and we didn't have like grandiose memories. She would kind of spoil me a lot, buy me gifts and stuff. And I'm trying to break down like why did it hit me more? Why did it hit me hard? Because it like I get one of those moments of like, man, my mom passed.
Yeah.
Like real like a spurt of sadness.
Yeah.
But then people like, do you have daddy issues? Like, cause my dad wasn't a great dad. He was just kind of like, my dad had like 5 different wives, not at the same time, but like throughout his life. Yeah. A lot of divorces, and he has like 4 kids by 4 different women. I didn't look to him as a role model. I just kind of felt like it was a guy that was just kind of helping out my mom and trying to help. And I was like, I don't know why I'm so forgiving, giving people as much grace and mercy, and it hasn't affected my life. When people die and pass, I'm like, damn, that sucks. Yeah. Like close people die, and I'm like, man, like I get nervous and get anxiety because I was like, in the past 20 years, nobody super close to me has passed.
Right. Yeah, I had a good run for a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I had a 30-year run.
30-year run.
My grannies both passed like a year from each
Oh
other.
boy.
But I had a great run. I was like, dang man, 30 years, not a cousin, uncle, my parents. I was like, we're good, you know. Close calls.
Right.
But my brother almost died twice. Shit, I almost died a gang of times.
Yeah.
I almost killed Dion. Yeah, we talked about that already. So, you know what? I think that's a really good thing, is that you don't have a ton of grief behind it at one time, but it also you probably gave a lot of love. You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of that is kind of regret. You're like, damn, I wish I did such and such. And I wish I did. I wish I did this more. Like with my grannies, I'm like, I should have talked way more. Should have called way more. Should have asked them all those questions. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think about all those other things. Even with Nick Carter, when Nick passed, I was like, fuck, man. Nick was such a good friend.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'll call you back, blah, blah. And I'm like, damn. Even Nick's last call, like, he hit me and I didn't call him back. I was like, call you back, bro. I was like, just answer.
Yeah.
Just answer. You know what I mean? How long? Well, but Nick can talk.
Right.
Which was also why I was like, call Nick back. He long-winded.
Yeah.
Because Nick was like, I don't want much, bro. What do you think about the annexation of Puerto Rico?
That's funny.
Like, dang, Nick.
Come on, man.
This ain't going to take time, Right. But I look at it now and I go like, yo, every Marvel movie we talked, Eternals came out, Spider-Man's about to come out. I'm like, I looked forward to being like, yo, me and Nick about to have an hour-long conversation on what's wrong with these things, Funny. So then I think about that. I go like, my grief always comes from like, you didn't say enough when you could have, And then with my pops now, I think about, my pops passed. I'm like, I feel pretty good. I'm like, I always tell him I love him, send him pictures of Izzy. You know, even though we're not the same level of what it was.
Right.
You know, I always thought that. I always told him that, you know, oh man, we're best friends, and then he broke it down to me that we're not best friends. I'm your father, blah blah blah. And I was like, man, you don't understand. Like, I feel like I just lost my best friend.
Right.
You know, I was like, I looked at you as one of my best friends.
Right.
So now when, you know, something happens, I don't call him for advice. I don't call him for anything. I'm
because
like,
he said that to you?
Yeah, I'm like, well, what do we got to talk about then?
Wow.
When I need, and I'm like, if I need something, you know, that I can't find somewhere else. But also I go like, yo, you gave me all you had. Could
you be best friends with somebody and they're not best friends with you? You feel a certain way about that?
Yeah.
You feel like it should be mutual?
Yeah. Yeah. Like that's weird.
Because if I was like Chaz, I ain't gonna lie to you, man, you're my best friend, dude.
Yeah.
You be like,
man, that's crazy. That's cool, D.
Do you feel like we ain't there yet, man?
I wouldn't say if you were like, yo, man, we best friends. Chaz, my best friend. I'd be like. No, man, like you have. I feel like people usually know where you go in this category. You know what I mean? Like you go like.
When do you agree to it? When do you agree and when do you bump somebody down?
Not that you bump them down, but you go like, because you hear people say like, "Yo, it's my good friend," blah blah blah. Right? There's like the best friends.
Yeah.
But most best friends come from like childhood.
Right.
You know, I'm like, hey, I'm like, damn, people are damn near for them. Like, you've had friends a long time.
But do you upgrade or downgrade somebody if it's like you are tripping, bro? You got the sexual allegation. You doing drugs, man.
I still love you, but we got a distance. No, but you know, people become, especially in LA, where I haven't had family. People become family.
Yeah,
you become family to me,
right?
You know, and I go, there's, you know, like, you know, the clique, right? Mm-hmm. Like they're family to me. And I go, whether you put them in like a cousin's realm or whatever that world is of like your friends, like. That just becomes, I'm like, the best friend's a great tag and all that good stuff. It really doesn't mean much to me, but I go, man, we family, like we family, you know? So like I always say I have like two best friends, right? My man Chaz and James, and you met Chaz before, right? Yeah. So, you know, I've known Chaz since the 3rd grade. I know James since 6th, you know, and we talk. I just talked to Chaz the other day, but sometimes we go a long time without talking with both of them. And it's never on some, but once we pick up, it's like,
we back.
Yeah, like nothing happened. And that's usually how I am. So when people try to hit me often, it's weird to me. Like, that's how Nick was always like, hey, man, what's up? I'm like, oh, this is way too much.
Right.
Just be mutually, like, when we talk,
right.
You know?
So this is me being very vulnerable. I don't have a crew. I don't have, like, I definitely admire what you guys have.
Yeah.
You, Tony, Keenan, you know, that crew. I just feel like a lot of people know me. I'm cool with a lot of people.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like hangout, group text, I don't have a crew. Like a loyal sort of crew that if I'm in a rut and hey, I need you to pick me up from Santa Barbara, I got you, brother. You know, or if I need you to.
You just lived so far from everybody.
That ain't got nothing to do with
it. It was because if you've been close, like we were all in the valley.
Yeah.
We were all close. You know what I mean? Like we all lived close to each other for the most part. You know, Keenan in DC down the street. Tony just now moved. You know, I lived with him for years. Like everybody's really close. Yeah. Lou be the only one far.
Right. He's in Atlanta, right?
He comes back and forth. So sometimes he's in Atlanta, he's in Inglewood. So Lou's the one we see the least. Right. But you know, in the chat, man, I think it just got started. Like we were just always. I had met Keenan from Ronnie Ray.
Yeah.
And then, you know, me and Tony were already, you
roommates.
know, right. I don't know if we were roommates yet, but we were already cool. And so when I met Keenan, I was kind of like, yeah, I like this dude. And then we met Keon, Keenan met Keon at Flappers.
Right.
And Keon was like, hey, black people. And we just stayed in contact. And then he just always kept hitting us. And honestly, I think it was DC who put us all in the group chat. Oh, DC funny. Was the one like, yo, we're going to do this. And I think the whole goal at the time was to help push Tony.
Yeah. I remember the pictures and stuff and you guys are doing.
Oh, yeah, we went on the tour.
Straight out of the
comedy tour. Yep, we did that.
Yeah.
And like all that was great and it was fun and you know, and that really makes you close to people. Yeah. When you can go on the road and there's no fights and there's only fun.
Yeah.
And I remember Keon and Lou were kind of new to each other, so it was like awkward with them in the beginning.
And Lou,
because they didn't really know each other. Keon was from the Bay and Lou would be here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but now, man, you be like, and then we all got kids now around the same age, and
yeah, man, it's so yeah, I know a lot of people, man, and then I was talking to Twills about this, and then she was
that's
like,
your best friend right there.
Yeah, it is, and it's and then you know, obviously it's tough to, because obviously she's my business partner. I share everything with her. It's tough to because I want a male, and I do have one. My boy Shamel back home. But I don't see him. I don't talk to him as often. I can literally tell him everything.
I'll be your best friend, Dion.
I don't want no secondhand smoke.
Hey, buddy, just sign the contract. I think that the thing about friendship, to me,
what am I doing wrong, Chaz?
You're not doing anything wrong. You're great. You and Kareem are tight.
Yeah,
you're loved.
Especially I know a lot of people.
No, you're loved and you be loved. I think that if people, because I remember Clayton had an issue, not an issue, but he was kind of like, you guys got a crew, huh? You guys over there with your little clique, right? And it was like, but we heard that a lot,
right?
You know, we got from some people loved it, some people were straight hated, on that.
I love that,
and but it wasn't ever a thing. I think we just have a unique thing. I just think that of all the people in LA, we just all gravitated toward each other. We just all were like the most like-minded, and that was it, really, bro. Just kind of like, you don't see it anywhere else. I don't know who else has what we have.
Let me ask you this, then. Since you have a crew,
and it's weird to be like, yeah, I got a clique, but we stopped trying to fight it.
Yeah, it's real.
I'm like, yes.
When the last time you been invited to a wedding?
To a wedding?
Yeah.
I went to, remember Todd Thomas?
Todd Thomas.
Yeah, cat from Chicago. No, shorter black dude, bald, from Chicago. I went to Todd's wedding maybe 3-4 years ago.
Yeah. I don't get invited to weddings, man. I don't get invited to private birthday parties.
So overrated.
I mean, what I'm saying is like I'm not the first person. I'm not the first person on people's list of people like, hey, we got to invite Dion.
Yeah.
And it's like, golly, what am I doing wrong?
Nothing. People just make
loyal.
We'll make excuses for people. We go like, they got kids, they live far.
Yeah, I don't like it, man. Yeah. Clayton invites me a lot.
Yeah. Do you go?
I don't.
Well,
that's the problem. Yeah, man.
You lose invitations when you don't go to people.
Yeah, because you don't get invited no more.
Yeah. I just know that. You know, you're one of the funniest people I know. I already know when I get with Dion, it's laughs on laughs on laughs.
I still don't have friends,
but you don't need friends, man.
And like not invited, and I've been in one other wedding, as in like a groomsman.
Yeah, I've been.
You been a groomsman
a few times.
See what I'm saying? People love Chaz.
But people also hate me. I'm the most hated one in the Daddy Issues clique. I'm the most hated one in our little crew. I'm hated. I'm hated. People go look at this little guy.
Yeah.
You know?
I want people to love me.
You are loved.
You're
just not around as much.
We can't have a show. We can't have a game night without Dion Lack. Call him up. I'm like, yeah. I'm getting close to here a little bit.
Now, here's a show of love. When you did your LTE Studios debut, remember? A
Yeah.
lot of people came out.
A lot of people showed up.
Everybody came.
Yeah.
Right?
That was fantastic.
Yeah, because you're beloved, you're respected. You know, you should just throw a party once a year.
Yeah.
You should throw a Christmas party.
I need a game night.
You do.
I need a game night here just to kind of hug people.
Yeah, man. And but your parking gets tough. That's when people go, it's downtown and parking.
It's not tough out here, yo.
Huh?
Gotta do it like 3 a.m. Start the party at 3 a.m.
Hey, man, here's a Sunday morning podcast. It's a Sunday morning game night, which I will be there.
Oh, you about to die off right here.
Oh, the camera's about to die?
No, with the batteries dying.
How much time have you been talking?
We I don't know. It started off so we did 111 minutes. What's that?
Almost 2 hours?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
120 minutes is 2 hours, right?
The memory card started off at 111 minutes.
Wow. I guess we should go.
Yeah. Podcast. Love you guys. I see the battery about to die.
I see 5 minutes though.
Well, on the other side. Side, see the battery?
Okay. All right. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Laugh at Chaz. I'm Chaz Rogers on YouTube.
Yeah. Dion Lack, DionLack. Not another damn podcast. Did we agree with that?
Yeah, we like that. I think we'll see what the people say.
All right. So you guys have been magnificent. We're going to keep going till the battery dies.
Yeah, is it going to cut off?
Yeah, it's going to cut off.
He's going to be like, yeah, man. And then I was saying, I was all...
The crazy thing about having syphilis is understanding...
no, thank you guys for watching. And, man, we'll catch you guys next week. Anything else? What else you got? Oh, watch Partners in Rhyme. I think... When this airs, it's the finale.
All Black.
Episode 6 on All Black Network with MC Light. My episode is the last one, episode 7. So.
Yeah, if you haven't watched my Lacking Family Christmas Rap, please go on YouTube. Lacking Family's Christmas Rap 2021.
Dion's YouTube is in the description. So click on it.
My rapping daughters.
Yeah.
Are amazing.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
All right.